Welcome back. Yes, so today's video is about using ADHD superpowers to build incredible habits. Should we go? What is the meat of the story, I'm here you asking? Okay, so basically habits, you can break it down into cue, response, and reward. So yeah, I want to tell you the story. If you can imagine yourself way before SatNav, and imagine you had a map, but you've actually forgotten the map, but you kind of know where you're going. Imagine you're going down one of those roads and you've got a destination to get to. It's about a couple of hundred miles away. If you know a reason why this story has a car in the Victorian times without any maps, I would love to know. And you're faced with a junction. You either go straight on, you either go hard left, hard right, or you go slightly right. And for some reason, you take the one that's slightly right and you continue driving. You're driving for about another 200 miles. So you ask somebody where you are. Now you're 300 miles away from the city that you wanted to get to. But if you can use the example of driving in a car and going slightly off course, just a tiny bit, it's all about setting habits and how, especially with ADHD, when you can realise over here that the thing you're doing over here is actually going to benefit you over here. You think about a cue, that can be a visual cue like this anchor. It could be a colour, could be anything you can see. It could be a post-it note on the wall, could be actually marker pen on the wall. I've seen people do that. It could be anything. It could be this cup. It could be the blue cup. Any sort of sound, so it could be an alarm clock, could be anything, could be your neighbour's chicken. Kinesthetics, I did talk about certain things that you can wear can trigger actions and responses from you, so that's useful also. I'll give you a tip about that. You can wear certain clothing when you know you want to get a job done, so that's why a lot of people wear like just the same uniform to go to work. So you want to start exercising and you just can't seem to get going with it. So, okay, what's the visual cue? Maybe leave your running shoes outside where you can see them. Outside where you can see them? I meant like outside of your room, not outside. Remind yourself or remember to reward yourself. We as humans, and especially people with ADHD, we love rewards and we love to sense the reward coming. We feel it. If it's not there, we crave it. So remember to reward yourself after you've done the activity that you have been struggling to do. Or maybe you want to set yourself a goal. That's a very good thing to do as well. Set yourself a goal, set yourself a bit of a deadline. Again, ADHD people love deadlines. We have mentioned about reducing friction. What is reducing friction? Well, reducing the number of steps that it takes you to do the thing that you're finding difficult. So with the example of exercise, I'm reducing friction or the number of steps that it takes me to achieve something that I know is good for me by putting all the clothes together where I can see them, preferably next to my bed. So that's the first thing that I see and I think about. And then I also think about the feedback and the nice feeling that it'll give me once I've done the action. So that's reducing friction. Because if you build up the friction, man, it'll just be impossible. Yes. So also habit stacking. Find something that you naturally enjoy doing and combine it with the thing that you're trying to do, that you're struggling to get going with. And also 2-minute rule. If you are really struggling with something, just do something for a small amount of time first. And then the next day, do it for a little bit longer. Then the next day, a little bit longer, and so on and so on. That's more to do with like, you can't really run for 2 minutes. That would be stupid. So, maybe you would run for 10 minutes to warm up. Then the next day, 15 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 2 hours. Then you decide to get an audiobook that's 6 hours and... Did you know that sweat actually reduces cortisol? So, improvement right there. More exercise, less stress. More importantly, you want to be able to track your progress and give yourself some feedback of when you've done it, especially with anything. So you can write that in a diary. Again, I like to use Strava because it reminds me when I've exercised, but you can go ahead and write it in your diary. So you want to say to yourself, I want to do this thing maybe 3 times this week, and then at the end of the week I'm then going to do something fun that I really enjoy. Yes, as long as it's not counteractive to the thing that you're trying to achieve that's boring as shit, don't then go and reward yourself by eating junk food. You see what I mean? It's not really working out, is it? Ideally, you want to do it for 14 days and it turns into a habit. And just like brushing your teeth, it will become automated, because that's what a habit is, isn't it? A habit is an automated action. So one thing about that is like, imagine if you're on day one of doing the shit boring thing that you just can't get started with because you think, you know what, I've done it for a day and I can't see any results. Now, that's quite normal. You're not going to see results of things right away with most things. So imagine you're here on day 30 and you're really, really, in the example of exercise, you're really fit and you've noticed the difference in your health. You're no longer coughing and wheezing, getting up the stairs, going to the supermarket. So, trick is there to see if there's anything you can do to notice the difference. Again, with like exercise, you want to be like writing in a diary or writing a track of maybe your mood that day. So you're kind of tying in that improvement or that gradual improvement, but also you can notice it's kind of important to jot it down in the diary and talk about how you were feeling that day, because obviously exercise is a gradual process. So yes, that all made sense. Let me know down below, that'd be great. And what things have you been trying to do and you've been putting off for a long time? And yeah, how did you get over doing that difficult thing? Let me know. Hit that bell and notification, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and go and check out another video here, and I'll see you again soon.